This is the patented bit, which I'll be talking about later. But before I go into technology, I'd like to show you some context by showing you some interior pictures without any people, because if you don't show people it's like the magazines of interior design. It's nice to look at them and keep on thinking, oh, I wish I was there. You can sort of imagine yourself sitting there, of course, just hanging around looking at your own iPhone, because people love to be at home. They love to spend money at home. They love to build their own little sanctuary, as it were. And it starts with safety, then it's comfort, but it's basically where the heart is. And if it's in Amsterdam, it's also worth about $5,000 per square meter. What we do is keep that, or the other thing, which is even more important, I suppose, than your home, is our health. I'm sure you agree with that. And that's exactly the business we're in with Fresh Air, because we take care of your indoor air. So take a deep breath. It's nice. The CO2 is pretty low here, I think. I don't see many people yawning or falling asleep. But do you ever wonder how your air quality is at home? Especially if you're going along with this, with the idea that you want to spend a lot less energy or want to waste a lot less energy, means you're insulating. Also, with prefab homes are being really airtight. So you need to really take care of your indoor air, and that's what we do with a Fresh Air. This is what it looks like. It fits behind your wallpaper, and it opens up like this. And there's the filter, which stops diesel particulates, which is making sure we're doing really well in South Korea at the moment. And this bit, maybe you can now see what I was carrying. This is the heat exchanger, where we're blowing the air from the outside in ducts past air from the inside. It doesn't touch, but it goes through a fine wire copper mesh, which takes the heat from the warm air and gives it back to the cold air. And it does that pretty efficiently. About 90% of all areas, of all the temperature is kept. So if it's hot outside, it stays cold inside. If it's cold outside, it stays warm inside. This is a place in Eindhoven. You can see it being used. It fits behind the wallpaper, but also behind the fridge. If you just want to paint your walls. This is what it looks like from the side, inside the wall, and on the outside, that is where the air goes in and out. The temperature is, of course, saved. Here's more examples of where we have been placed, especially in the UK and in Ireland. We're doing very well because there the passive house is much further than in the Netherlands. And this is an office in Deventer where we have the office version of the Fresh Air. There it's open, and you see these people don't have a headache. They're really into working very, very hard. Everything gets measured. This is the output, where the yellow is the outside temperature, and the blue is, the yellow is the inside temperature, and the blue is the outside temperature. And the bit between the brown and the blue is what we call the delta, and that's the energy you save. And the black is where you can see the black line is the CO2, where people are getting up at around 8 o'clock. I need to get rid of the bamboo. About 8 o'clock in the morning, there's a little peak. There's people having breakfast, but not enough, as in the blue line, to really switch the Fresh Air on, because it's not going high enough above a certain level. And in the evening, it is, and then the blue line, you can see the flow, and we're refreshing the home. The green line is humidity, also a hassle within a lot of homes which are being isolated really well, because the water really can't go anywhere. And that's so we're also measuring humidity to make sure there's no mold picking up. Just another graph I'd like to show you. This is a graph from my colleague, Jeroen, who lives in Muiderberg. And it's difficult, I'll try and explain. But as you can see, the black line here goes up every time the inside temperature goes up. And that was strange. We use his home as a showroom for people to show how it works and look at this, and so we could grab this graph. And we looked at it and said, something strange going on, Johan. And this was the reason why it wasn't going well. Now, we always thought his kids were always a little short, small, but maybe that's also because his wife isn't that tall. So we're saving lives here. But the good thing about it, all the space you need to take care of your indoor air without wasting any energy fits behind the wallpaper. It's a certified component according to the German Passive House, also award-winning, at least for last year. It looks great, and it only works when necessary, which is, I think, a very clever idea. But it also means it's connected, and obviously everything's being measured. And what we're asking for is not so much the legislation, because that's being done. By 2020, all houses need to be nearly energy neutral. Eco-efficiency was the first reason to start, but we're actually looking for circular partners to distribute this more widely and to really grow this business. That's it. Thank you very much.